that big reset, that neuroplasticity in motion. Like that's the consistency. Not like this perfection of that black and white. Black and white is perfection, right? That gray area is like, hey, I'm trusting even if I fuck up. We're going to figure it out. Like showing up for yourself in honesty, in integrity, in that connection of discernment. Hey, beautiful. Welcome to Naturally Empowered Living, your safe space to guiding you on your unapologetic self-awakening journey. This is your weekly sanctuary for waking up from autopilot and transforming the way you approach life through the power of meditation, energetics, and root cause therapy. It is my mission to help you heal unprocessed emotions and release stuck energies by alchemizing your struggle cycles into opportunities for deep self-love, awareness, trust, and connection, to return to your innate essence of being, stepping back into your energy of alignment. Because here, we honor all parts of ourselves, the messy and the magic, the shadows and the light, embodying all parts that make you, you. So if you are ready to get to the root of cultivating real change, get cozy, grab your journal and maybe favorite crystals, and let's discover our power within together. What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Naturally Empowered Living podcast. This is your host, guide, and mentor in all things energetics, emotions, and self-awakening, Jenna Smith. And here we are. Happy official year of the horse. I have had so many incredible conversations just over the last couple weeks, and just the epiphanies, the synchronicities, the parallels of what so many people are just like collectively going through right now. It's just so divine. I mean, this is not what this episode's about, but hey, welcome. Happy official year of the horse. I am just really excited for this year and what is transpiring, and just to collectively, I shared a reel on my social media the other day, essentially just sharing like this platform, Naturally Empowered Living, this platform of the podcast, my social media, any piece of me, right? Any piece of Naturally Empowered Living is never to force an opinion or any sort of dogmatic pressure on you. It's to help you gain the confidence, the connection to yourself, possibly the self-trust to form your opinions on your own, right? And I feel that in my bones that collectively that there's going to be a really big shift in that capacity this year. So welcome to the show. Today we're going to expand on something I love so deeply. If you've been with me from the beginning of this podcast, actually the Balanced Mom Method podcast, I've always been a lover of those cliche quotes. You know, I'm always, sharing, like I'm just a sucker for them because we so easily scroll past them because, okay, I've heard this 1,000 times. It's simple. It's familiar. I heard that, when I was growing up and whatever, like quality over quantity, like all these things, right? Almost overused, okay? Yet somehow, like when you actually sit with these little cliche quotes, they hold the deepest truths. They're like they are a power pack of wisdom. But we just so often overlook them because it's like, oh gosh, I've heard it 1,000 times, right? So today's chat isn't really like a cliche quote, but it's something that it's probably such a buzzword, or you've heard it on such a surface level platform, that we're going to really dive into it. Because what do we do here, right? We dive into the thick. So we're going to talk about self-trust today. We're going to unpack the clichéness of, just believe in yourself, or you've got this. Just ingrain the positive affirmations to confirm the truths, right? That just say the positive affirmation over and over and over again, and it'll become the truth. We're going to dive deeper into the kind of self-trust that lives in our nervous system, beneath the affirmations, beneath the conscious awareness or the willingness of the term self-trust. Like we're going to talk about the kind that will form steadiness and regulation and safety when fully embodied. Now, I want to share a little bit of a personal story. Back in my early 20s, let's say, something about me, like a quality about me, I've always taken pride in being the consistency queen. You tell me to do something, bam, it's a habit. Like hustle, grind, go, go, go. just keep showing up and success will be inevitable. Like I'm thinking of those network marketing days, right? Like back when that was just such the trend, the fad. Like I was involved in network marketing and obviously backed something that I truly, fully believed wholeheartedly in, like taking care of your fitness and health and things like that. But the keep showing up and success is inevitable piece, like I'm doing the damn thing. Like it's as consistent as you can get, right? But it was always like that force of, I don't want to lose my integrity. And the alignment just wasn't there. Like, and I didn't know what I didn't know then, what I know now. So yeah. So I would just like laugh also, because now it's like, I also know the definition of doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. So yes, that was me, the consistency queen, even if it wasn't producing, quote unquote, the results that I wanted. I wasn't terming myself insane because it's like, I'm doing the thing. So it's just really funny. Haha. Like, that's just me, right? Humor in myself. But if I said I was going to do something, I did it. No matter how tired I was, no matter how disconnected I felt, no matter how unaligned I was, I thought that was a form of self-trust because I was holding myself to that standard. But it wasn't. Like, it was a form of self-control. It was a form of hypervigilance. It was a form of dissociation of of those layers underneath, right? Like, it was an override. It was discipline layered over dysregulation. And at some point, I mean, this could be a whole podcast in itself, right? I could have a whole show or episode on this, but if you've listened to this show or read about my story on my website or know anything about me, as I hope that you do, through listening through this platform and in any capacity or connection that we have together, over a lot of time, there became a new narrative where I began to stop asking myself to be more, quote unquote, disciplined. And I learned to turn inward. And I learned the connection. And I learned that discernment. And I started asking myself to be more present in that. Like, present in a lot, obviously, of areas, but narrowing in on the presence of that discernment, of that felt sense, of that connection. That's when things started to change. Because that's now what I believe in. That's where real consistency lives. Not consistency in the force of doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, but consistency of tuning into yourself and knowing the discernment. This quote just popped in, actually, from Landman. I'm obsessed with like any Taylor Sheridan. And gosh, so there's just so much wisdom in the Taylor Sheridan. I've watched so many of his series. But circumstances can change, and you could change with the circumstances. I believe that you could put beliefs in there. Like, your beliefs can change, or circumstances can change, and with that, your beliefs can change. Absolutely, right? So that's where consistency lives, not in the force, in the presence of staying connected to that discernment within yourself. Because when your body is disconnected from your mind, from your consciousness, let's just paint this picture where your mind is your consciousness, and let's say the body, the soma, is the unconscious. When there's that disconnect, that top down, first that bottom up, that body disconnected from the mind, that bridge, right? That self-trust is impossible, almost, damn near. There's no bridge in the safety. You can't trust something that you're not listening to, right? And they go hand in hand. I'm not saying not listen to your mind, but a lot of us are so consumed in our minds that we're not listening to our bodies. And most of us, societally, if that's a word, societally, just how we were grown up, how we were conditioned, the external validation, the external shoulds and needs and all these things, we were possibly unconsciously taught to override our bodies. Push through, don't cry, calm down, be productive, be good, hustle, just do the dang thing. So our body learned, like, maybe my signals aren't safe to express. And we all know, especially from the last few episodes of this show, like, when our nervous systems don't feel safe, it creates a form of coping. Boom. Like, when our nervous systems do not feel safe, we cope in some way. Overworking, overthinking, overcontrolling, shutting down, pulling for advice. Self-trust and emotional regulation are inseparable. Because if our body feels chaotic, our choices feel chaotic. If our body feels safe, our choices and decisions turn to feeling anchored in trust. And a little segue here, I'm also talking about that deep form of trust in the unknown. Like, collectively, I don't want to bring up like world examples right now, but I really just want to bring this home, because when you might be thinking like, how do I trust myself when I don't know what my future holds? Or how can I trust that I'm making the right decision? You're not trusting that you're making the right decision. You're trusting in the fact that if you make the wrong decision, that discernment's going to come, and that you're going to trust that you're going to find your way again, regardless. Like, whatever's meant to be will be. Bringing in the cliche quotes again, right? Like, whatever's meant to be will be. Like, oh, damn it. Like, I listened to the external force on that one. But with every quote unquote mistake or every misstep, you still trust that you will come back to yourself. You will trust that the evolution will unfold as it should. So that's where kind of like that higher power also comes in too. Like, you trust in the unknowns that everything is working out exactly as it is. Like, and so it is. Like our nervous systems. So now, like, kind of let's bring it into a little bit of tangibility. Is that a word? Like some tangible takeaways here. Because I'm having like all these little downloads. Like, okay, like your listener might be thinking now, like, well, how? Like, how? How do I do this? How do I create the safety? How does my nervous system, bring in that trust? We don't need big interventions, right? It's not like I need to reinvent myself every Monday, or, new year, new me. Like, it's not like this catastrophic catapult black to white. Small, consistent signals. Like, we could live in that gray area. And I feel that that's so hard for a lot of us because we want that black and white answer. We can live in the gray. The small, the consistent signals of safety, the softness. Maybe opening that door of curiosity, asking yourself, why did I just freak out about that? Or why is my body feeling this feeling right now? Why am I triggered? Maybe it's a breath, taking that fiver. Maybe it's a pause and just like, all right, let me just, take a fiver, right? A moment of contact with yourself or someone else, a gentle check-in, like just these little sensory moments to bring that connection back to self. Like these little micro practices done consistently. Just like you might hear, like say the positive affirmation over and over and over again, we're coming down into the felt sense of that consistency. These little micro practices can be done over and over and over again, regulating that big reset, that neuroplasticity in motion. Like that's the consistency. Not like this perfection of that black and white is perfection, right? That gray area is like, hey, I'm trusting even if I fuck up, we're going to figure it out. Like showing up for yourself in honesty, in integrity, in that connection of discernment. Like every time you listen to your body, to that felt sense, instead of overriding it, your trust is deepening. That consistency is deepening. You're anchoring in. And here's another tangible takeaway, like embodied healing. Again, quotes here, because like what is healing, right? But that embodiment piece, that kind of intertwines with that self-trust too of the unknown. Like the embodiment is bringing in what's out of your control. Like that rewriting, that neuroplasticity, that cycle breaking doesn't happen through just conscious understanding alone. Like we have to intellectually kind of bringing in that, that unknown, that higher power, whatever it is you believe in, intellectually knowing why you react the way that you do, connecting to yourself. Like, so the embodiment comes in when we kind of bridge, that safety within ourselves through the unknowns, right? Like that embodied healing happens when our body feels safe enough to let go of what it's been holding, even though we have no idea what's happening. Like you're bridging the seen with the unseen, the conscious with the unconscious. I hope that landed, because sometimes it's really hard to put the embodiment into like verbal words. And that's a me problem. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that can, but it's like a felt sense in me that I have a really hard time speaking that felt sense sometimes. So let's get into something practical. You can pause this episode as we kind of go through. We're going to riff through like 5 different ways to get curious about your level of self-trust and to build that level of self-trust within you. So number 1 is to do like a 20-second grounding reset. Like we could regulate together right now, okay? As a group, collective, whoever's listening, right? Me, through you, through the mic. Let's regulate together. You could press your feet gently on the floor. Really noticing that support beneath you. Feeling that pressure from your feet connecting to whatever is beneath you. And take in a breath and slow your exhale. Let that exhale be longer of a breath out than a breath in. And say to yourself, I am supported right now. Literally, like do this with me. If you're not doing it right now, do it and after this episode's over. And notice what shifts within you. Did your shoulders drop? Did you feel kind of that surge of energy just kind of soften a little bit? Like connect to that felt sense of your body. Your body listens to that consistency. Number 2, reflection. Ask yourself, what does self-trust mean to me? Currently, no judgment. Is it discipline? Like, is it that go, 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 hustle, hustle, do the thing now regardless of how you feel? That's okay, right? That I lived there for years and years and years. Is it intuition? Is it keeping promises to myself and or others? Is it honoring what I need? Like there's no right answer here. Just notice, like, what does self-trust mean to me in this moment? It's kind of where that self-reflection comes in. It's another form of connection to yourself. Number 3 is compassion versus control. Ask yourself, what would change if I approached my body with compassion instead of control? Example, instead of saying like, God damn it, like, why am I like this? Or why do I do this all the time? You can rephrase that to, what is my body trying to protect me from? What do I feel the reason of why I do this is? Like that one just little perspective shift, just that little change in language changes the energy completely. Number 4 is regulation, style awareness. Okay, so we just did, I gave you a specific example of that grounding technique, but maybe that didn't land with you. Maybe you're like, okay, that didn't do anything. It's okay. Like, what grounding tool feels easiest for me? Is it breath? There's a lot of different breath regulation styles. Okay, there's box breathing. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4, in for 4. Or simply taking a longer breath out than you take a breath in. So you could count in for 4, you could hold it for 5, and exhale for 7. Okay, there's so many different types of breathing techniques. Is it movement? Is it, something I'm working with my 4-year-old now is like getting your sillies out. Get your sillies out before bed. She has a really hard time to settle around bedtime lately. So we're getting our wiggles out. We're moving. Maybe it's pushing your hands against a wall. Maybe it is, feeling those feet on the ground, but maybe taking some steps, some marching steps to really get that movement, that energy flowing. Is it stillness? Meditation? Self-trust deepens when you choose what works for you, not what works for someone else. That discernment for you. And number 5, this could be a daily check-in question for yourself. Before you end your day or when you start your day, ask, what do I need today? Or what did I need today that I can give myself tomorrow? Key thing here. What did I need? Not what should I have done. Not what would make me more productive or impress someone. What do I need? And the more consistently you answer that question honestly, the more connected you become, the more regulated you become, the more emotionally consistent you feel, and the more your self-trust becomes embodied. And now I want to circle back to kind of how we started this episode. Like, you can say a quote or an affirmation until you're blue in the face, right? And we've all done it. We all do it. Like, I work with my kids. Like, we have positive self-talk. Like, we don't talk to ourselves a certain way. Absolutely. Not discrediting affirmations at all. You can consciously tell yourself that you trust yourself. You can journal about it. You can post about it. You could declare it, right? But if your body still feels unsafe, if your nervous system is still bracing, like, just you feel it, like you could feel that tension within you. And if you override your needs, the moment like you become inconvenient for yourself or someone else, like, it's not going to land. And that really brings in this embodiment piece, like the true essence of self-trust. It's not loud. It's not like this hype or performative thing. It's not proving anything to anyone. It's not external. It's not loud. It's quiet, right? It's like this quiet, it's soft, it's subtle. Like that inner whisper of your intuition versus that loud force of the ego, right? Like that softness, that gentleness, that connection to that felt sense of the word, of the feeling. It's just like that steadiness. Like, going back to what I said before, this might be hard and I don't know what I want to do, or I don't know if this is the right thing, but I know that I trust whatever will unfold as it's meant to. Like, it's just choosing to stay with yourself even when things are hard. Choosing to regulate or breathe instead of bypassing and just pushing through. Okay? And it begins in the body, not the mind. Like, we have things ass backwards. We're so top down. Consciously, willpower, absolutely, they go hand in hand. But we miss that link of the body connection. It starts in your body. If your body does not feel safe, anything your mind is saying, it doesn't matter. Like, your mind, like, when it's offline, it's offline. The mind can consciously understand trust, but your body has to experience it. Now, for something exciting to share with the local community of naturally empowered living, I'm hosting a 3-part workshop series starting first event March 7th at Rooted Collective 201. I am so excited. The whole series is termed How to Build Trust in Yourself by Reconnecting with Your Felt Sense. We're going to go into discerning that flow versus that force. I feel like, I just scratched the surface and I said it's so hard to put into words, but we're going to discern. We're going to work on discerning that flow from the force. We're going to learn how to understand your internal operating system on a deeper level, how to strengthen your relationship with those inner signals. I'll share the details in the show notes, and there's going to be so much more to come, but I just want to give you that little plug. March 7th at 1 p.m. at Rooted Collective 201. There is a sign-up form just because I want to get just a little bit of an idea of who will come to set up the space and all those things. So excited. I'll throw the details in the show notes. I would love to see you there if you're local. And I hope that this episode landed. I would love to hear from you. Email me, hello@naturallympoweredliving. Shoot me a message on Instagram. Come talk to me. I'm at Rooted Collective every Wednesday and Friday. I would love to talk to you in person. And until next week, as always, simply be you. You have everything inside of you to learn your energy of alignment and be unapologetic in who you are. Sending my love and so much light.
Did you find this episode free or empowering? Please read my review. Tickle, boop.
Thank you for spending this sacred time with me on Naturally Empowered Living. If this episode brought you closer to stepping into your energy of alignment, I'd love for you to leave a written review and share how this show has supported your journey. Your feedback truly lights me up and helps others find the space of transformation. And sharing it with someone who might need it spreads the ripple of healing even further. Be sure to check the show notes for ways to connect with me and explore personalized healing sessions and mentorships to deepen your self-awakening journey. Thank you. I appreciate all you are and all you do.